My mother-in-law had always wanted her son to marry her niece. Even my husband told me he'd never seen his cousin as anything other than a sister, and that he was tired of everyone trying to force him to marry her. Anyway, we got married. From the very first day we lived in the family house, my mother-in-law wouldn't leave me alone. Every single day she'd complain to my husband. Your wife thinks she's better than everyone. Your wife is so arrogant. Your wife never listens to me. The funny thing is, I never once raised my voice at her or said anything disrespectful. If anything, I was always trying my best to keep her happy. One day my husband was at work, and I was upstairs making lunch. I never even went downstairs that day. Suddenly, I heard screaming. My mother-in-law was crying hysterically. I had no idea what was going on. A few minutes later, my husband rushed into the house looking completely shocked. The first thing he said was, "What did you do to my mom?" I froze. "What are you talking about?" He said. "My mom says you hit her, cursed at her, and even tore her dress." I just stared at him in disbelief. "I swear I never even went downstairs." At first he wasn't sure what to believe because his mom had put on quite the performance, but thankfully, we had security cameras covering the staircase. He checked the footage and was stunned. He saw that I had never gone downstairs. Instead, his mother had been standing there alone tearing her own dress with her hands. Then, the moment she heard his keys opening the front door, she started screaming. He came back upstairs looking upset and said, "Listen, my mom isn't going to calm down unless she thinks we fought. I'm going to hit a pillow and I need you to scream and cry so she'll hear us." At first, I refused. It felt ridiculous, like we were acting in some terrible play, but he kept insisting. So we did it. He hit the pillow. I screamed and cried loudly, and from downstairs we heard her happily saying, "That's my boy. Thanks for getting my revenge." The next morning, my husband woke me up really early. He said, "Get up. I'm taking you to your parents' house before mom wakes up. Let's make her think you're still upstairs." So he drove me there, came back home, got ready for work, and before leaving he told his mother, "I locked her in the room and left her without food or water so she can learn her lesson." When he got home from work later that day, he found his mother sitting in the living room crying. He asked, "What's wrong, Mom?" She said, "Oh, son. Ever since you left for work, she's been standing behind that door insulting me. She kept calling me an old hag and every name you can imagine." My husband just stared at her, then burst out laughing. He asked, "Are you sure someone was insulting you from behind that door?" She said, "Of course I am." So he walked over, opened the door, and the room was completely empty. There was nobody there. She was absolutely speechless when she realized I hadn't even been in the house. That was the moment my husband became 100% convinced that his mother would do absolutely anything to make me look like the villain because she never accepted our marriage. From that day on, he started visiting her by himself. And even after we had children, I never let them visit her, because honestly, who knows what she might try to do to them.
And this is just a little thank you to all my new subscribers.